Hey y'all, what it is, what it do? It's your girl Brittany. You know what it is, baby. I'm back. I'm better with the Sims. With the Sims. With the Sims. With the Sims. I'm back and I'm better with another video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. I know what it is. You know I post frequently. Come on, y'all. Say it with me collectively. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping, we doing a Dougie bow, our Dougie y'all into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, come without further ado. Let's go and get into the video. So I just want to tell y'all, first of all, part one of the reunion. Good. It was good. Finally. Zaniah, Hennessy, finally. Took forever in a day. It took forever. But I'm happy that we're here. Thank God. Finally. Zaniah, I thought you hit your eye on the camera. Oh, no funny shit. I hit my eye on the camera. What happened to the camera, nigga? I don't see the camera nowhere. Like, why is we still be lying? Why is we lying? We ain't got to lie. So, first things first, I'm glad that the cast was saying, like, what we talking for? Because I said the same thing, like, what we talking for? Get in now! Okay? Faith should be run. This is Soccer-thon. Shout out to Cashy. Like, baby, this is Soccer-thon. What is we talking for? We've been seeing y'all talk, whether it be on the show, the after show, on the lives, on the stories, on the blogs, like, on here. We seen y'all talk. Y'all have talked enough. Faith need to be ran. Run them. Get them. Got them. Like, get in there. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? The only thing that need to be getting done is y'all throwing hands. I felt as though now that TV was trying to elongate this first part, but it's no need to. Like, it's no need to elongate the first part, books. Let's go and get up in here and let the girls do what need to be done. Kennedy, I never want to see your wagon on my TV again. Mind you, when it came to Legacy, it was no words. No words need to be said. You just want to throw hands. But when it came to Key Baby, I'm going to get to you in a minute, boo. But when it came to Key Baby, you, oh, well, no, this one. No, I said this much more, but I ain't. Bitch, shut up, run them hands. Run them hands. Key Baby. Oh, yeah, I'm making a bunch of play. I'm on that. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Then it's, well, did I say I was going to fight you? I mean, oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll go and get in there. Like, girl, what is we talking about? Why are you thinking now? Because at the podcast you was on it, you needed that. You wanted to run that. What are we talking about? Next. So the first 7 minutes of the reunion, I skipped. Baby, first of all, number one, when it came to Kayla, Nugs, and Hennessy going live, we already talked about that. We've already talked about them being on the Swayway podcast. We already talked about the tension that was in the air and how the girls was ready to get that. We already talked about that. So, nobody cares. Boom. Deja come in funny already. Y'all know Lauren still got to get Kennedy. Lauren still need that from Kennedy. I'm like, yes. And Lauren still needs to be Kennedy up. Thank you. Amen. Oh, why is Ferrari trying to get other people to fight her battles for her? I said, you know what? That could be saved for another day. Because right now, we really here for bigger fish that need to be fried. Not why Ferrari still can't stand on her own. Now, I love the setup. The setup is really, really nice. I loved how they did this setup. It's really cute. I have that coffee table in my living room as we speak. I don't have the big chairs, but at this point, I need to order them. They probably got them from Wayfair or Overstock, because them chairs is cute. Oh, but I know them couches. Wayfair, bang. Wayfair. Okay, boom. So, first, out the gate, clown shit. Boom. So, Deja's talking to Ferrari. She said, hey, Ferrari. What's your feelings about your overall cast? Like, what do you think about your overall cast? What do you think about the girls? Immediately, y'all know Ferrari is very self-centered. Immediately, well, you know what? You know what I think, Deja? First of all, thank you for asking. But you know what I think? I think these hoes should have loyalty to me. And only me. And only me. Mazda, Ferrari. Because y'all having each other back, you know what I'm saying? It's giving duck, duck. Hold the goose. Why can't nobody have a goose back? Why am I always the one singled out? Nobody able to run that for me. That's how I feel. Deja. Final answer? Ferrari. Final answer. So in my opinion, Ferrari got a lot of backlash for trying to have all them girls jump on Legacy. I think she got a lot of backlash, even from people that she thought that she wasn't going to get backlash from. And maybe, her normal backlash is neither here nor there. But I think, a lot of the Y&R fans or viewers turned on her after that, even ones that probably were day one supporter of Ferrari. They probably felt some type of way like, why would you stick some girls on her like that? And I mean, this I was giving casting call, like very much so auditioning these bitches to go fight Legacy, So she had did a lot. So obviously the backlash was a lot and overwhelming. So now she coming in here trying to be like, well, I really don't need nobody to fight Legacy. I'm gonna just fight her myself. And it didn't go in your favor. Now, boom, they move on, and Deja ends up saying, well, why do you keep bringing her back? She literally said this season, I believe this was a little bit after she had did all that tantrum in the hallway when Lexi threw the claw clip at her. She said that she didn't want Legacy back. If I'm not mistaken, season 2, she had said that she didn't want Legacy back allegedly. Like she don't make those decisions herself. I think, maybe her and Deja come together. Her, Deja, Naya, all come together and, pick who's going to be on there. But even with that, Mel, Legacy, Ivory, one thing about it, if I'm just being clear, when it comes to them three, they will always be welcome back to Young and Reckless. They will always be welcome to Young and Reckless. And the thing about it is, regardless of, well, we obviously see, regardless of who Ferrari like or not, they gonna bring who they want to bring on their show. She didn't want Legacy and Mel to come season 2, and they came season 3. So one thing about it, it's not Ferrari, why do you keep bringing them back? Ferrari don't make no decisions like that. She's just the host. She's just the face of Y&R, but she don't make no real decisions. Maybe when it comes to certain girls, she can favor more girls and be like, I think that she's gonna bring something. But when it comes to the ones who've been here, done that, she can't make that call. And her saying that Legacy called a friend and called her, I call cap. The cap is on your head. That don't even seem like something Legacy would do, especially with a Ferrari. Who is Ferrari for her to be, I just want to make things better with me and Ferrari? That's not Legacy at all. Not the character that I feel as though she portray. Why would she do that with Ferrari out of all people? Moving on. Her saying that was Lexi's last season. Lexi had already said that before season 2, when the whole co-hosting thing was up in the air. She had already said she was going to do season 3 and she wasn't going to do Young and Reckless no more. So once again, the cap is on your head. All right, when it comes to the queen stuff, I definitely think that Legacy, Mel, Ivory, I'm gonna even a little bit put Nugs and Kai. When it really came to people running their show and was like the highlights of the show, it was them. So I will say to an extent, they really are. Ferrari play her part too. Don't get me wrong. Ferrari is in those girls, but Ferrari is more in the middle downward. She's not top 3, not top 4, in my opinion, when it comes to the show overall. And even this season, I don't feel as though it was any real, to me, necessarily, quote unquote, like new girls who really took the season over. I think, they had peaks of like, okay, it was Lauren's show, it was Alexis' show, it was Minnie's show. But I definitely think the OGs of Young and Reckless, which would be the Nugs, the Legacies, the Ferraris, absolutely came in and got their camera time and made sure that they was gonna give a show. Ferrari is very good with confrontation. I will give her that. If confrontation needs to be addressed, Ferrari definitely goes into it, putting what she need to say on the floor. She comes very calm. She doesn't come as if she's irritated or already defensive or anything like that. So boom, her and Alexis started talking because she unfollowed Alexis to protect her peace, because she felt like, Alexis is Legacy's friend. And, every time Lexi has something to say about Ferrari, Alexis on there. But also, Alexis made a great point. You only interested in things that revolve around you, because as we know, Ferrari is self-obsessed and only is thinking about self 24 hours a day. So, she let it be known, like, hey, I'm kiki kakaan about everything. I'm not just kiki kakaan about you. We not just highlighting you, and I'm not just kiki kakaan about you. Like, I don't have no problem with you. Ferrari then, thought about it, let it go. And, the girls squashed whatever little insecurity Ferrari had when it came to Alexis and, her standing with her, the assumptions of it all. But, that's good that they both talked through it and talked it out. But again, if I'm Ferrari, I understand why she unfollowed her, and I would still not follow her back. Like, even though we don't have beef, I don't, like, outside of Young and Reckless, I don't want to see Legacy. So Key Baby said today is the day. Today is the day. I'm tired of people underestimating me. Today is the day. Is today the day, bitch? I'm tired of people underestimating. I'm tired of people saying quiet, Key. And literally was sitting on the couch quiet. Alexis let it be known, like, she really ain't stunned Kennedy like that. She really don't need that from Kennedy as bad as, she needed in the house. She already stumped the yard with her. But, if Kennedy wanted, she'll give it to her. What a generous queen. But I'ma speak for me, myself, and I. Regardless if you feel like you didn't need to get her or not, you spoke on the cousin, so you just need to get up. She spoke on your kid, so get up. Beat her up. Y'all did too much talking on the net to come today and be like, well, I just thought. Don't think. Just do. Run them hands off. Snow Blue, a waste of space. Next. But she do look cute. They just so messy. Sent you on 2. And only 2. To be continued. Thank you. Mind you, came in already knowing no face were going to be ran with her. A waste of time. Her saying that she beat, I couldn't even get it out. Her saying that she beat Hennessy up. I just be having to take a moment of silence for the delusion sometimes, because if I remember how I remember when y'all got it that next day, you would have thought Hennessy was fighting behind her friend. Like, for real. Like, the way Hennessy was working that girl, like, what Hennessy next? Like, no comment. Caribbean looks so cute. I love the outfit till I see them Ken heels. Meow them hoes off your feet. They look a fool. But the up part of the outfit, the knees up, she looks great. Did you feel like a follower? Yes or no, Hennessy? Well, that's my friend. I'm going to ride for her. She's going to ride for me. Follow her. Got it. Noted. I love the fact that the cast were the ones who were out there were collectively on the same page when it came to Zaniah getting jumped. A jump needed to be had. Zaniah wanted to jump on Mean Girls, so she got jumped on Young and Reckless. I don't care if it was Hennessy and her mama, Hennessy and her dad, Hennessy and her baby sister, Hennessy and her baby brother. Get that bitch. So Minion went off, she got on her throne because, like she said, if we really think about it and we really think about the overall storyline, because I swear to GOT, baby, when it came to me watching them panels every week, baby, if they didn't bring up Minnie every panel, same thing. Oh no, Minnie, did you feel like you were too drunk? Minnie, how did you feel about this fight when you were drunk? Minnie, when you were drunk, did you take a nap? Minnie, when you were drunk, did you eat something? Like, I promise y'all, they kept bringing her up. So, like she said, we wouldn't have had what the first through maybe like the fourth, fifth episode was truly all about Minnie, really, for real. Like, honestly, it didn't stop being about Minnie till they went to Cancun. And even then, living in Cancun, it was about Minnie. It really, to me, started and ended with Minnie. So, yeah, I think, in the beginning, like when we first seen the episode, when she explained why she was fighting Amber, it was like, really? Childish. It was crazy. But then turn around, we see the show. She's most of the show. After she gets her lick back with Lauren, we kind of start liking her again. I'm not gonna lie, because at one point, for me personally, I was like, please, if we talk about her one more time, like, go in the shadows, leave me be. But again, if we gotta be fair, we talking about season 3. Minnie is the beginning of season 3 wholeheartedly. Like, she owns that first part of season 3. So she ready for Nugs to come out. Again, in the podcast, she was the main one. They said you could feel the tension in the room when it came to her. Like, she needed that. She was fiending for Nug. Now, mind you, before Nugs even get out there, Deja like, we're gonna have some dialogue. Deja, my pretty princess, it's no more dialogue. Suckathon. Right now. Right now, okay? Ain't no goddamn talking. Ain't no talking. Get in there! Okay, what are you talking about? Boom. So Nugs come out. A little bit, I'm looking at the security, the one who picked up. I'm like, I want to get picked up. Boom. But, security got him. Minnie on that. But Nug like, no, let me get Key Baby first. She really is trying to figure out, what's the issue. She acting like she really don't know what the issue is. But my thing is this. I think this is what it is, to be honest, when these girls go on these shows. These shows are more like high school field shows, in my opinion. Like, the overall clicky situation. Regardless of age, it's always clicks. So Nug, at this particular point in her career, she's with the big girl clique. Like, she is the Regina George's them of the world in this particular clique. And I would say Key Baby and Minnie are the girl who Regina George them didn't like, the little golf girl. I would say, that's them in this particular situation. But again, something that Daisy says so well on Baddies Going Wild. You went home, people around you watched it, and they said, oh my God, you got to go get your lick back. How dare you let her beat the dog out of you like that? Wet belt? A wet belt? Belt to ass? You let her do you like that? They went home, they thought about it, they're embarrassed, and obviously they're here at the reunion to get their lick back, to make themselves feel better about the decisions that they did not make, or things that they did ignore. And I want to add this on too. Key Baby and Minnie got close after being quote unquote allegedly picked on and bullied by Nug. Okay? An enemy of one is an enemy to all. And me and you are friends. Okay. So, y'all, it was and I'm going to eat your ass. I'm going to eat you. Got ate up. I'm talking about, plate clean. Clear the room. The room is silence. And baby, Nugs was hitting Key Baby so quick and so hard. By the time Nugs was done, that bitch had deja vu. It wasn't supposed to go like this. It wasn't supposed to go like this. Nugs had ate her up so quick. God, Nugs was coming from both sides. All you seen was Key Baby face going from one side to the other because of Nugs fist. God, I could not take it. So after Key Baby like, no, what we doing? What we doing? And everybody like, ooh. Ferrari, it's giving another round. Nugs said, one and done. This is a round that I don't mind being one and done because, in my opinion, this is my channel, this is my opinion, Nugs can eat Key Baby up blindfolded. She can eat her up blindfolded. Nugs really didn't even have to take Key Baby through there like that. She didn't even have to eat her up like that. But because Key Baby wanted it so bad, it was like, the wait is over. And it was her being like, you said one round. I'm done. It was the way she said, I'm done. It took me, I bust out laughing because you could tell Key Baby came to redeem herself. And it was like, you're just not redeeming yourself. You did all that talking to come and get whooped again. Crazy with two hands. Two hands. Because, in the midst of them fights, she was like, yeah, I know you're going to use that one arm. Ooh, bitch. She used two this time. Crazy. And it's security. Come on. Anyways, sit down. She like, how can we just fight? She waited for me to run up so she could grab me. She didn't grab you. You kicked, and I think you got off balance when you kicked. I don't know why you girlies be kicking as if you don't need the balance of that other leg when somebody comes in. But oh well. A fade is a fade. And mind you, Nug tries to pass Minnie her wig. Minnie is like, you stupid bitch. Come on, let's get it now. Nug's like, what's the issue? I'm trying to be a girl's girl. And the issue is they are so tense because of something that they didn't do. They did not stand up for themselves. They decided to ignore a lot of the stuff on the show. So now they're amped up and they have amped themselves up to feel as though Nug is the bully. But it's like, no. Like she said, how grown are y'all? Y'all are grown. Ain't no picking. Y'all decided to come on a show. Y'all should always know it's gonna be a big bad wolf, and you have to, pick and choose whether you are going to go the easy route or go the hard route. It is your choice, and obviously, to me, they went the hard route by making themselves suffer all the way through the season. So y'all was uncomfortable. Y'all didn't really enjoy y'all season because she kept saying something out the way to y'all. And instead of y'all, just gone nipping in the bud, let her know like we ain't doing that, daughter this, daughter that. Y'all waited. Like, okay, mind you, with Key Baby, even though Key Baby fought Nug kept saying something out the way to her. She was letting it slide, she just kept letting it slide. But see, when they got here at the reunion, tension is built. You feel like you let yourself down, you let your family down. You had, first-hand embarrassment, second-hand embarrassment for watching it, seeing how your people seeing you, all this, all that. So, it is a lot. But again, y'all decided to make yourself suffer through that. You are the only person making yourself suffer. So, now they can't redeem themselves. And I would just say for Key Baby, it just didn't go in her favor. Legacy ends up calling out Ferrari for picking and choosing who she want to get into it with. I said Clark when she said Snow Blue was talking to her confessional. I said get it because Snow Blue show was talking, and by the last little scene, that's when Ferrari finally spoke up and said something on Instagram about Snow Blue. But mind you, sitting on the couch this whole time, never addressed her, haven't said anything. Snow Blue just sitting around looking cute, knowing that she ain't finna get hit. Nah, boo. You should have been addressing her. Like she said, Zaniah said something. Nug said something. It was a lot of people saying stuff about Ferrari. Oh, thank you, Nug. Thank you. Finally got in. Cause I'm saying the same thing through my screen. Like, girl, y'all argue and bicker all day long. Girl, we don't care. Nobody gives a rat's. Like, anyways, can we move forward? Cause nobody cares about Ferrari and Legacy getting into it. And another person that Ferrari could address was Chastity, because Chastity was on the net too, popping it. She addressed nobody but Legacy. So obviously y'all seen Ken Crockett T Cracker loser bitch got on my nerves so bad. So she ends up calling out Legacy. Of course her fat ass will call out Legacy. So she calls out Legacy. Legacy like, wow, everybody spoke on your cousin. Everybody spoke on your cousin. I'm sorry. But yeah, everybody spoke on your cousin. Everybody did this, everybody did that. But out of everybody, you call out Legacy. Some come on. So Legacy, like, you have bigger fish to fry and you call me out. But I'm gonna give it to you. I feel like with Legacy, I feel like she could have really gave it to her if she would have went ahead and did just some boxing classes. If she would have went ahead and did a few boxing classes, she really could have gave it to her. Like, you were punching, but it was like your hits really weren't landing. And even though you was punching, it wasn't giving. It just was. I don't know, because when I seen Kennedy, like when you start seeing Kennedy uppercuts, you could tell she going hard with them uppercuts. Like, she is putting all her strength into find you, because she knows she can't handle them other girls. She don't mind putting everything she got into you. So like when you seen them uppercuts, you could tell the uppercuts were powerful when it came to her fighting Legacy, because she had confidence in herself fighting Legacy. But with Legacy, it just gave what it always gives. I come out here and I walk by faith and obviously not by sight, you know? And I just wish that she would start actually taking this more serious. I think if she started actually taking it more serious, we would have the same emotion and happiness for her like we do for Sav. And Legacy definitely came out unscathed, and she definitely did good, but I just can see the potential in her to do better. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I can see the potential in her to be better, to do better in this thing called reality TV, especially if she gonna keep being on Now That's TV. And I'm not gonna lie, I think Legacy felt I definitely believe that she felt some type of way. Legacy definitely does a good job of playing it off when she do feel some type of way. When it did come to the girl really putting her hands on her, you could tell that she felt the way about being picked always, always feeling like the weakest link, and like, let me go and get the weakest link first. You could tell she felt some type of way, in my opinion. That's how I read it, because she was just like, you have bigger fish to fry. What's coming out her mouth not matching up what she doing. And then, she was like, she need to get the hair out her head and, all that. But I think she just had to go in the back and get herself together. I think she, in my opinion, probably was about to start getting a little emotional, because it's just like, why y'all keep picking me? Y'all always want to pick me. Y'all think that I'm an easy fade. And she is an easy fade. And I think just in the moment she was coming to realization that she was an easy fade. So Deja then comes up with this bright idea that nobody asked for. Talking about, oh, I'm going to let y'all come sit in the chair one by one and ask each other's questions. Deja, please go sit and touch some grass. I don't know if your braids under that wig are too tight or what. But shut up, sit down, be pretty, and let them run their phase, okay? All this extra talking. Nobody's looking for this extra talking. Y'all done enough by giving those filler scenes when it came to Nugs, Kayla, and Hennessy. Babes, what is they sitting around talking for? They've been talking this whole time. If they had anything to ask each other, they should have asked each other on those panels, on the Swayway podcast, or on the show. It is time to bang. Boom. So Hennessy, jumps off the porch, lets Zaniah know she need that. Zaniah take her wig off, and they finally get to fading. All right, now let me tell you where the eye come in at. Because the eye come in really on this first fade. This first fade is where the eye come in. Okay, boom. So Zaniah hits Hennessy with two mean ones early in the fight. As soon as the fight starts, she hit her with two mean ones. Hennessy then grabs her head. Hand on head, pushes her down, brings her down to her, uppercut. Them uppercuts is lethal. Mind you, she's hitting her with them nugs. Them nugs. If you slow the fight down and you watch it back at least 20 times, you hear her say, my eye. So that's where that eye came from. It came first round with them uppercuts. Because mind y'all, Hennessy got her head down. She got Zaniah head down. And Zaniah can't push uppercuts in because Hennessy working that area. She working that area, so she can't do that but hit her in the head. Now, if you look at it, watch it back 20 times, Zaniah is missing most of them punches. They sliding off. Hennessy probably got some Vaseline up there on top of her head. By the way, I hate her makeup. The wing, she about to fly away. I hate the wing. The wing is just, it's overdone. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Anyway, but yeah, so I think she got some Vaseline or something. So them hits is kind of swiping off. Zaniah is hitting her, but most of them is not even landing. It looked like she just going, but again, watch it back 20 times, slide through. She ain't really connecting. She hitting her, but most of them is not connecting. Hennessy's, on the other hand, is connecting. So mind you, when Zaniah does start really connecting, she's hitting her all in the jaws. That's where Hennessy then tries to pull her down, and Hennessy falls. Zaniah ends up saying, you can't mess with me. No. Zaniah came in quick, making sure she went to the top and punched Hennessy in the face. She hit her right in her nose area, like right in there. Punched her real good. I think once Hennessy brought her down, she surprised her because, mind you, these hits is coming from the soul, okay? These hits is coming from Jesus. These hits is coming from under the root, okay? Very much so. These hits is for old, new, and beyond, okay? This is from Mean Girls to Young and Reckless, but mostly these hits from Hennessy is coming from when, her and her sisters got jumped. So this should have been happened. So obviously, when she finally gets Zaniah, you don't think she gonna really give it to her and put on a show? Be for real. Now, mind you, in Hennessy mind, because she fell, it made it seem as though she got beat up. And I only say that because, as y'all know, I don't just watch the fight. I watch what the people do after the fight. After she fell, Zaniah felt like because she had to pull her down, her hits was really hitting her. Like, yeah, okay, I got her. Yeah, she charmed me in my face. She doing that, but when I come up, I ain't gotten it. I'm saying you big. Zaniah gonna pump herself up every time, even when she ain't did it. She gonna pump herself up. So boom, mind y'all, as y'all know, in the beginning of the fade, Zaniah hits Hennessy in the nose. So when Hennessy come up, she's sniffing. She's trying to keep that blood from coming down. So Zaniah won't be like, fix your nose, man. I got you bleeding out the nose, but you know what I'm saying? She trying to not have it come down. So she keeps sniffing it back up. As soon as they start fighting, again, watch it back 20 times. You see the blood come out of her nose. It finally dripped. Zaniah punched her in the face. The second fight was really weak, but I'm going to give it to Zaniah when it comes to the second fight because Zaniah definitely got hits in. Hennessy, I think she was, thinking about it too hard. I think she thought she lost. And with her thinking that she lost, she just got to go again. And, as Ivory said, you let all that emotion come into a fight, that's when you lose. So I definitely think the second round, Hennessy lost. When she got on top of Zaniah, though, from an angle, you see her punching. Like she gonna, this bitch getting them last punches in. Push. She getting the last ones in. Now, mind you, again, like I said, the first round, she busted the top of Zaniah's eye. The first round. In the first round, she got her eye, obviously was punching in it. Zaniah eye then starts bleeding on the second round. Now, when did Hennessy obviously hit the final blow to make Zaniah start bleeding? The world may never know. But she hit the final blow to go on, open it up or whatever. And honestly, y'all, I already see it coming. Zaniah gonna be like, oh, this was already open before I even came here. I got the fine a week ago, 2 days ago, and it was already open before I came here. I already see it coming. I promise you, I already see it coming. So, mind you, they get Hennessy off her, and the man like, you bleeding. She like, who bleeding? She in shock because, delusional. She's in shock because she felt like she was putting her best foot forward. She had put on a show. Hennessy want to fade again so bad. She like, I can't be bleeding. Not me. Not little Miss Shoulders. Not little Miss Ivory. Then gonna ask the dumb question, why my eye bleeding? Because she punched you in it. Up. See them cuts. Them cuts paid off. Kayla bloody. Now, mind you, Kayla got a lot to say from the stands, but mind you, y'all had letting Zaniah twerk on y'all and everything else. Like now, all of a sudden it's beef. Now all of a sudden beef is in the air. But y'all was the same people who was allowing her to twerk on y'all and everything else. So I don't want to hear it. Shut up. Chastity's still sitting there not doing anything, but I just had to add that hoes we want to be put on game though. Kayla, you know why everybody want to fight this hog nog called Kennedy. You know why. Stop playing games. So Key Baby and forgot that she supposed to be fighting Kennedy. She like, oh yeah, well, where are you supposed to be my first face ass? Anyway, boom. So they finally get that. Key Baby finally takes a W. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her. It took forever, but I definitely needed somebody to go and get Kennedy. Okay, put belt to BCA. And as much as all y'all was talking on the net, you would have really, really thought that y'all really was gonna like fight her. So I thought it was gonna be a line for Kennedy. Doesn't seem like the line is that long, but that's all I got for y'all in this one. This definitely was a good reunion to put out on a good old Wednesday. I am grateful for the midweek show. That's all I got for y'all in this one. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Patreon. Okay, I just put out a video over there as well. So I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye. Hey y'all, what it is, what it do? It's your girl Brittany. I am back. I am better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post. You know what it is. I know what it is. We know that I post frequently. All right, y'all, say it with me collectively. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping, we doing a Dougie bow, our Dougie yow into this video. Click the link down in the description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. All right, y'all, come. Without further ado, let's go get into this video. All right, y'all. So we are getting into part 2 of the Young and Reckless reunion. It was a lot of dialogue, this part. This was a lot of dialogue. Snow Blue did not need that. A waste of time. I think her check was the smallest out of the girls because she definitely did not need that. Mini gagged Nugs. Gagged her. Mini gag Nugs. Okay. Lauren gagged Alexis. Gagged. Okay. Kennedy's still a weak link. Loser. Very much so gave a loser. Zaniah, yeah, she was in there. I'm not gonna lie. That third round with Hennessy, got that. Sway want to be a host. He always want to be a host. At this point, take Deja's spot. Then they gave us a behind the scene of Deja. No shade, I don't care. Back to the phase. Okay. I don't care that she almost did not fall. Okay, back to the phase we go. Thank you. But it was a key, but I'm like, okay, key, what a fight. Thank you. Yeah. Legacy did her thing. Ferrari swimming. Again, Ferrari's forever favorite number one question. Why can't nobody have my back though? Why can't nobody have my back though? Nugs, clock and tea. Clock and tea. Clock and tea. But what I need you to do more than clock tea is get in the field, okay? It's taking you a little too long to get in the field for me. For me. All right, y'all. Now let's get to part 2 of the Young and Reckless reunion. So, boom, off the rip, off the jump, they gave us Key Baby versus Kennedy. So, no shade, no lie. In the beginning, Kennedy was winning. Them uppercuts, she was uppercutting her. Then Kennedy fell, and that's when I feel like Key Baby went ahead and got up in there. She took advantage of the fall and was still clucking a bit. I said, clock her, get her, pop, pop, pop. Take her through there. And that's exactly what she did. Yeah. They ran their fade. They definitely ran that one. Very much so. I can't say who overall won because it was like in the beginning, Kennedy was getting it. By the middle to the end, Key Baby was getting it. So, I can't really necessarily be like who won. It was more like both of the girls won at a certain time in the fight. What I was trying to figure out is why we zoom in on Chastity's reaction when she's just there, but had so much to say about Ferrari on the net, but never got that. Talking about West Side. Ferrari's right there, though. Ferrari right there, though. Oh, okay. And Ferrari wasn't the only one who was saying that you was boring. I mean, Side wasn't the only one calling you out or saying that you was boring. She definitely wasn't the only one talking about you. Then Kayla told me something. Kennedy, you're swinging too slow. Take that wig off. That wig has nothing to do with the speed of her hands, okay? She swings slow because she is slow. She swings slow because her mouth talks too much. Her mouth talks fast and her hands talk slow. Here go Key Baby telling me something. She scratched my face. I said, it's always like that when you pretty and a girl get to scratch and it's like, okay, now you hate on me. It's one thing to punch because we fight. It's another thing to try to scratch me up because I'm pretty. But I'm at the same time, like, you came on Young and Reckless. You wasn't necessarily that reckless, but you came on Young and Reckless. So you should already know when you got in the field with Kennedy in particular. She's a loser. She's jealous. You should already know that she was going to scratch your face up. You should know an op when you see one. That wig that Kennedy got on is super duper synthetic. Oh my gosh, they did a close-up of the wig, synthetic.com. And Kennedy covering that small gash up like it was really something. Like, oh my God, let me hide from the paparazzi. Bitch, move your hands off. Let me see that gash. Zoom in. The cameraman was supposed to smack your little hand. No, you signed a contract. We need the gash. So, Nug clocks. Ferrari saying like, when are you gonna get your fade with leg? When are you getting that fade with leg? I say, when are you gonna get that? She like, we gonna talk, we're gonna dialogue. We you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk, we're gonna politic, and then we're gonna get there. She said, because I'm not playing with you today. I'm putting it on the floor. Okay, Nug. At this point, you co-hosting? What's going on here? Chastity on there copping please. Yes, you should have just slapped her. Right. And she definitely said, yeah. And yes, that's why you should have went over there and showed her what a follower looked like and what a follower hands give. Simple. You should have dragged Snow hold the blue snow cone. You definitely should have gagged her. I just feel like you should have gagged Snow Cone. Because Snow Cone over there just sin, heart beating fast, looking like a Muppet. Yeah, you should have dragged Snow Cone down. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I can't focus on the conversation because Key Baby, I keep looking at me. I just keep seeing the eye go down. I can't focus because her eye is focusing on me, and I can't focus on the conversation because I keep looking at me. And Yaz said, don't speak on her and keep your motherfucking mouth closed. Baby, she jumped up. You see Snow still sin. Snow Cone do not need that. If anything, baby, now she's just pure ice melted. Okay, simple. She has a melted. She do not need that. Again, Baby, I keep looking at me. I'm looking at her. Look at Deja. So she fiending for the tea. She getting wet over her. She fiending for the tea. She like, right, yeah, get her, yeah. Mm-hmm. Walk her down. Walk her down. She's so into it. But Snow is right. She was by herself because, as y'all know, she was supposed to come in with her two friends and have her two homegirls bags, and she had nobody back. So she's absolutely right. She definitely was by herself the whole time. It was giving me, myself, and I, and that's all I got in the end. Now, she was telling the truth about that. Now, mind y'all gotta pick up on Snow body language when she be like, cause I'm not doing nothing. That's not how y'all gonna get a fade out of me, dot of this, dot of that. Heart beating fast. Heart pumping out the chest. Heart pumping out the chest. Let me tell y'all, let me break it down. Mind you, she came with her paid in full shirt on. She came with her paid in full shirt on. Not giving paid in full though. She came with her paid in full. She came with her hair done, makeup done. She's cute. She's cute. She came cute. So she already felt like she wasn't getting no fade. My thing was Ferrari should have got that with her. Even though her and Ferrari finna talk it out, Ferrari should have definitely got that with Snow. Regardless of whatever she was mad about, Snow was popping it in them confessionals. Not only that, obviously y'all see like now that's TV to an extent. Like when people say they don't want to fight, and if they get it on camera, they don't make them fight. But I promise y'all, she did not want that with Yas. Some y'all, that's not how y'all gonna do it. Is get a fade out of me. It's not nobody want to fade out of you, Bookie, but because we already know how the fade was gonna go. Yas was gonna drag her. Simple. We know Snow can't even fight like that. We already know that. But the thing is, it's like you popping it. So stand on it. You don't want to stand on it because you came in looking cute. You feel like, this show really not for you, which I don't feel like Young and Reckless was for her. Obviously it wasn't for her. She was a fake friend, in my opinion. She lost majority of her fades, and still somehow she beat somebody up and somebody beat her down into the tree. Like, what are we talking about? Beat her down into the tree. Like, what are we talking about? But nobody was fiending for a fade from Snow Blue. Let's be clear. Let's be honest. No, Yas was calling her out because Snow do be popping it. She be popping it and telling some, oh, I am not gonna fight. I don't have to do anything. Playing on the words. But they really probably didn't pay her much or nothing to be there, no way, in my opinion, to be honest. So she probably felt like, well, I'm gonna just sit and be, because I really wasn't the show. She was a little snippet of the show, but she wasn't the overall show, if we just being honest. We could have kept her out. Nugs is calling it out, baby. Y'all should be saying something about you too. Okay, get on there. Handle that. Thank y'all. So yeah, seeing that Snow Hold the Blue really wasn't on that. And we obviously see she went on it to some. Now right now, you wasn't gonna do it ever. Anyways, boom. Gracias, amigo. Anyway. Ferrari. To be continued. I ain't got my full opinion yet. Oh, okay. This is what I gotta say. Okay, I get what she's saying with Ferrari being the host and Ferrari not checking on her. I definitely understand that. I do. But again, podcast, everything else, Snow do be popping it. She really do. Like, Snow do be kind of getting out of body for real. So I definitely think a check should have been had. Not necessarily like just a conversation. I think Ferrari should have told her, like, yeah, but regardless, even though after we talked, she was still popping it here, popping it there, popping it everywhere. Because if I'm not mistaken, she was even popping it about Ferrari on the podcast. All right, Alexis lets it be known that she need to get Lauren game over when she say so. I don't think it went in Alexis' favor this time, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Alexis was very comfortable with winning her fades. And then Lauren gagged her, because I know Lauren gagged me. So Legacy and Ferrari finally get there. Okay, with them legs arms. Them arms was not going nowhere. When they said dragon arms, they meant it, because Ferrari arms was barely even making a dent in Legacy's chest. Legacy bop bop boo bop 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 bamming their head down. I said finally get her. Just because honestly, this definitely was Legacy part. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Legacy definitely was a highlight. She was standing her ground. She was doing what needed to be done, because mind you, you was trying to get a gang of people on her, and then when y'all finally fight, she baptized you. Kennedy tried to sneak her. She pop goes the weasel that bitch. I said, wow, ain't out of there. And Ferrari too embarrassed. You ain't did that. She did enough. That's why you always look for somebody to fight for you. Them arms won't grow. Them arms, you don't know how to extend those arms. And you need some extendos. You don't know how to extend, babes. And mind you, every time the fade over Ferrari got an excuse, she tall, you ain't did that. Like, girl, sit down, just take your L. Boom. So we get to the second fade. Second fade, man, Ferrari swimming. Once Legacy seen her swimming, mind you, head so down, baby, it's about to hit the floor. Baby, so once Legacy seen that she was swimming, Legacy took a Kennedy move and uppercut it. Uppercut Ferrari. I said, get her, gagger. Legacy ate that. I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her, if anything. I really am, because again, Ferrari tried to put goons on her. Thank God these girls have a brain and they, didn't try to fight Legacy. But, I just think that's crazy that that girl tried to put people on her and then think that she was going to get her lick back. Yes, babe, she was definitely going to get her lick back. And I don't blame her for getting her lick back. Eat that hoe. Make that hoe eat the dirt. Like, she ain't had no business doing her like that. So I'm glad Legacy won both her face. Yeah, dinosaur arms. No, Nug, you being biased because you is coaching everybody that Legacy fight. You ain't coaching none of these other fights. The other phase, you just watching, you entertain. But with Legacy, you is coaching. Like, okay, Ivory number 2. Okay, Ivory Jr. And then mind you too, Ferrari's so punk about herself. Nugs is on your side. Nugs is telling you like, hey, do this. You doing good, but do this. Then you gonna say, oh, you and Legacy about to get that? Y'all been talking the whole time to each other. Like, that's what I be talking about. Ferrari is fake. She's a friend to no one. Like, you can't even acknowledge that this person is going out their way to help you out, and you find a way for them to fight the person that you just fought because you ain't win. So mind you, Legacy is saying like, I'm finna stand up. I'm standing up. Like, nah, I'm standing up. Ferrari then moves. Nugs like, this your shit, this your show. Why is you moving? Because she's scared. Dinosaur arms don't need that. Even though Legacy just told her she ain't got no problem with her, she's not finna do anything. She's still scary. That's why she be looking for y'all to run phase behind, because she's so scary. She's very timid. So the reunion started getting a little boring. They had to reset everybody. As they reset everybody, Legacy finally sits down. So, her thought process really was good, because some told her not to sit down. Some told her not to trust these. So boom, she sits down. In the midst of her sitting down, that's when we see the arm reach Kennedy, and like it gave like she wanted to squeeze her face or something. I don't know, a weirdo. But see, that's what I'm saying. See, the other day on the panel, you was talking about something. Oh, I caught more face. Lauren wasn't out there yet. All this, all that. You going hard about your cousin who transitioned, but you don't mind continuously find Legacy. When you go back out, your mindset is not, let me go find Lauren. I know Lauren back here. Or, okay, my next fate is Key Baby. The only thing you think about is Legacy, because you felt like she was a weak link. But I'm glad she got her lick back on you. You deserved it. You very much deserved it. I cannot stand Kennedy. I hope Kennedy never comes back. Honestly, she was boring. And you are very weak. You're a weak link. And I can't wait till you come back on the panel. I can't wait till they put tomatoes in your comment section again, because you deserve it. Like, that's what we be talking about. And then they try to justify for you on that panel. It's nothing to justify. You're a loser, you're a lame, you're a punk. You sat up here and was trying to find a way to sneak Legacy, but sneak Key Baby. Key Baby just gave you a gash. Key Baby just gave you a gash, and you're focused on Legacy. But Key Baby just gashed you. And instead of you trying to muscle head sneak her, you then go for Legacy. You're a loser, you're a lame, you're a punk. And I hope they continue to put tomatoes in your comments. So as Zaniah is asking Hennessy, do you need that again? They about to set up so they can go and get that. Alexis goes over there to pop Kennedy, but Kennedy ends up ducking. Mind you, flying away. Definitely don't need that. Flying away. But see, that's what I'm talking about. Key Baby just made you fall and dropped you. Alexis snuck you. You still don't want to catch a fade with them, and you be trying to figure out why we call you weak. You kept, today's a new day. At the reunion, I'm getting that on my mama, on everything I love. I'm going to the reunion, belt to ass. And nothing was belt to ass but your ass hitting that flow. But Legacy talking the shit out of you. Like, that's what I be talking about. And that's why I don't want you back on my screen. Like, that picking and choosing, you too big for all of that. What yes act like she finna get up for? Follower, what you getting up for? Just vibe, what you getting up for? You knew. Dang. So Hennessy and Zaniah run that again. Zaniah definitely won that. You see from Hennessy's face, she couldn't take them punches like that. She was trying to hit her, hold him to the side and uppercut him. She was trying, but Zaniah wasn't going for it. She didn't try to drop Zaniah. That's her problem. Y'all know to an extent, depending on if they like you or not, when you get dropped, they're gonna break it up. A lot of times, they might, depending on if they like you or not, they might let it go for a little while, then they're gonna break it up. So she tried to drop her, but it didn't work out in her favor because she actually fell. Zaniah started stomping her out. It gave a stomp out. And mind you, as they trying to break it up, she's pulling her, holding on for dear life. Okay, she was pulling that girl hair for dear life. But again, too, why is you sitting up there keep trying to throw her down to the ground? Them hits is probably hard though. Not even probably. You can tell from her facial expression, hits is hard. She's scribbling up her face real hard. You did fall because you were trying to pull her down. You did fall. She didn't drop you. You did fall because you was trying to pull both of y'all down, but it worked in her advantage because she was able to stump you out a little bit. And I agree with Kayla. Get that bloody mouth. Bloody mouth. We need that. Get it on the camera. I'm sick. I don't know who was over the camera department this time. Who was over the camera? Cause baby, y'all was not getting it. I don't need Kayla to tell me. I need to see it live in action. Contract. Look, contract. Everything will be recorded. We will zoom in. Baby, get that bloody mouth. So as they trying to get everything back together, Kayla is doing her Martin Luther King speech that I had to go and skip through because, cute, but I'm reviewing. Nobody cares right now. Boom, Legacy comes over and, pops Kennedy in her mouth real quick, as you should. She said, and that's how you sneak somebody, period. Mind you, see it in slow motion. One of the security guards is on her. Thank God that he didn't get there in time, though. Thank God. Thank you, Lord. Because, yeah, Kennedy needed to be popped real quick. It was just simple. It was a must. She needed to be popped. But let me tell you about Yaz. I think Yaz not jumping in anything Kennedy got because more so all season, everybody was saying, follow her, follow her, follow her. Yaz be putting herself in situations that she don't need to put herself in. And I honestly think that really opened her eyes. Maybe if she, 10 times out of 10 don't want to admit it or not, it did show that she'll follow her and she be putting herself in people's problems and issues that have nothing to do with her. So instead of her being like overly loyal to Kennedy and whatever Kennedy got going on, she decided, just to be more emotionally there or just physically there, but not get in the physical altercation with anybody for Kennedy. She allowed Kennedy to run her own fades, which I'm appreciative of. I like that. Like, thank God that she did sit this one out. Somebody must have really told her, like, yeah, it was giving follower babes. And no shade. I get it. They trying to elongate the reunion, but it was no need to elongate the reunion. Honestly, Young and Reckless season 3 did not have that many storylines to where we need to continuously go back and talk about it every time the reunion happens. In my opinion, now they have put the panels in place for the cast to come up and talk about the, different episodes each time. When y'all get to the reunion, it should be nothing but fades because they've talked about the episodes, through the panels the whole time. So a lot of this stuff that he asking them, we've already heard. And I get it. Certain people, everybody don't watch the panels. But I don't care. I'm thinking about me, myself, and I. Okay, I've heard this 1,001 times. Oh, why did you want to take the fade for Ferrari? You know what I'm saying? Ferrari. Why did you try to get everybody on Legacy? Like, we've heard this 1,001 times, and at this point, I'm over it. I'm over it. If they didn't watch the panels, they watched the Sway podcast. They didn't watch that, they watched me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or they watched the show. Like, the reunion, no dialogue really was needed. Catch these fades and come on. So now they bringing the big bad wolf Lauren out. It took them forever to bring Lauren. To be honest, and this is no shade, I definitely think Lauren was the breakout star. But at the same time, not enough to have her excluded from the cast and have this like big introduction. In my opinion, she wasn't big bad wolfing like that. No shade. No shade. Like Lauren definitely was the breakout star of Young and Reckless, but not to an extent to where it just gave like lights, camera, action. She needed her own segment. Like it never gave that. Now, mind you, how hard Kennedy was going on the panels, all that screaming and yelling to that phone, how hard she was going on that podcast, how hard she's going by sitting in the chair. This same person was saying that Lauren put the cousin in the bio, talking about the child, which is all horrible. But how hard you going, you would think that it was going to give multiple rounds. They fade and she the one saying, I'm not going to fight her no more. And I hate to bring the cousin up, but she said on him, and it was like, you was supposed to ride. And you ain't ride. You might slide, but you ain't ride for your cousin like that. One fade, one round on. But you're trying to sneak legacy. So Kennedy and Lauren get into it. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the fade was weak because Kennedy was trying to put in a headlock. But Lauren took it though. Lauren came in, bow. I think once Kennedy felt them 2 hits, bow, seeing Lauren was really on timing, that she was gonna make this her reunion. That's when I'm not fighting you no more. Cause she ain't come in trying to really fight. She ain't come in trying to uppercut. She came in trying to put her in a headlock, trying to use a tactic. Tactic didn't work. Got tore. We knew you was gonna get tore anyway, but it's the fact that you got tore. Then you telling security, you see my eye? Yeah, it's going black. We see it. Then you want to take that dirty ass band-aid off and show him that cut. He don't want to see that. So many calls Nug out because it's kind of been like, okay, we've been waiting on y'all to fight the whole time. You said a reunion gonna be had, and you was picking on the girl the whole season. Like I said last night, or I don't know. I don't think I actually put it in. So scratch that. I ain't even say it. But many kept saying in the panel, talking about yeah, the only reason why I fought Nug is because she just kept saying a reunion gonna be had, a reunion gonna be had. I'm like, nah, nigga. You was fighting Nug because of what Nug was doing for the season. Nug was talking her talk for the season. She was kind of dogging you out the whole season. She was picking on you. You know what I'm saying? She was really giving you her ass kiss the whole season. But then, again, you got around them friends, got around that family. You seen how much of a, scaredy cat you was looking like. So you feel as though you're going to come to the reunion and redeem yourself. It's okay, babes. It happens to most of y'all. So Nugs ends up like pushing security to push her or whatever, and tries to stomp Minnie out. I did feel like that was lame, Nugs, because Nugs, you just tore Key Baby up. Look at that eye. Zoom in on that eye. You just tore Key Baby up. So you see, because they had said all day, Minnie was on there. Like the tension in the building from her was like real tense. So I think Nugs felt it, and Nugs just wanted her to calm down a little bit. Maybe she wanted her to fade somebody else or something before she faded her. I don't know. So, baby, they talking. And when I say Nugs is carrying Ferrari, carrying the baby. She's gagging Ferrari. Gagging. Okay, gagging her. So, Nugs ends up, telling Ferrari, like, do better as a host, whatever. And Ferrari gets a little irritated by that because she's like, it's a lot of opinions, but ain't none of y'all ever been a host. Nugs said, hold on. I don't care to be nobody host, but what you not going to do is try to me. I'm your friend. I'm giving you my honest opinion. But I think she feel like Nugs is turning up on her. But again, it's that victim mentality. Ferrari I always feel like she a victim. She always feel like ain't nobody on her side. So she can't hear you because she's so in her head. It's all about me, about herself. She hate when y'all tell her to do better. She really do. She really hate when somebody tell her to do better. But it's like, girl, every host, everybody tell the host to do better. Everybody. Like, I haven't seen a season yet of any show where if it's a host, especially like with Now That's TV, where they don't tell them to do better. It's always room for improvement on everybody's part when it comes to cast, production, and host. It's room to improve on everybody's part. Ferrari be acting like they only be highlighting her, and that's what be irritating me, because even when I watched the Playboys panel, they was on Landon hard, which I'll talk about in the next video. They was on him hard, telling him about himself. So it's not always Ferrari, but Ferrari only think about Ferrari. That's the part I feel like them people around her be forgetting. Ferrari is very self-absorbed. Ferrari don't think about, look at, talk about nobody but herself. She's very self-absorbed, and that's how she's always been. Out of all 3 seasons that you've seen Ferrari host, Ferrari has always thought about herself. Every season you can go look back, and Ferrari's question is always, why can't nobody have my back? Why can't nobody fight for me? Like I said before, she's a white girl in black people's spaces cosplaying, playing a role. She feel like black people have so much loyalty to people, and which we do. And a lot of times, she's used to black people taking her in, making her feel good about herself. But when she's hosting, all of a sudden, these same black girls that she looking to be kiki kaka with are not putting themselves out there to fight each other. She trying to figure out why her algorithm not allowing these black girls to fight behind her. She's not used to that. She's used to being the pretty white girl who comes into black spaces and takes over, and can say, hey, look, I'm the pretty white girl, can you run this fade for me? I'm too pretty. She's used to being like that, y'all. That be my whole thing. She used to being like that. So when y'all come in and y'all are giving her backlash or criticism, or saying like, no, she's not used to that in these spaces. She's not used to that. She's trying to figure out why all these don't I know. She's trying to figure that out. So mind you, Alexis and Lauren finally get that. They ain't stopped it, hold the beat. I was like, why I blacked out? What's going on? Don't piss me off. I don't need a part 3. Let's go and get to it. They got this slow classic music going. I'm like, can we slow down all the fights? Thank you. But Alexis gets that first round. Definitely so. Lauren failing everything. Dragged her. So Alexis got that. You hear, I told you. She told her. My time. But time then reversed. The second round, I'm not gonna lie, both of them was punching, but I think Alexis started punching slower. She needed to catch her breath. But Lauren fired up. Pow, 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 pow. My babies. Pow, 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 pow. They had both been doing a lot of talking on the net. So I wasn't surprised that, they both was gonna get that. I wasn't surprised that both of them wasn't gonna fight hard, because they had been going on them panels for a while. So Zaniah and Kayla finally get there, and I'm not gonna lie, both of them was up in there. Nobody hit nobody's face, but them hits was that's all you heard was they was in there. Tie first round. Tie. Very much tie first round. No shade. Sway face is my face for most of it. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's a face just very curious, like want to see what's gonna happen. That's my face the whole time when I first watched it, because I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen next? Okay, what's somebody gonna do? Now I'm not gonna lie, Nugs and Minnie finally got that. They got up in there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Minnie gagged her. Minnie gagged me. Definitely thought she was a goner. Okay, it was them. Box to the back of the head. You heard them. Minnie wasn't playing. Pop. Back of the head. Nugs then thought about it. Click. We're still fighting. Hold on. It's finna be on camera. Nugs turns. Bop. And said, yeah, nigga, hold on. Let me get my act right. I said, okay. Get her, Nugs. But overall, Minnie won. No shade. Minnie won. Now, let me tell you what Key Baby messed up. When she then came down after Minnie's fight, she messed up. She didn't read the room. Let me tell y'all why. Nugs just lost that fade. Just lost. She just beat you up not too long ago, but she had just lost that fade. So, mind you, now She know that she lost that face. She know that she had just lost that face with Minnie. She know that Minnie just gagged her. You didn't come down. You ain't even let the beat drop. You ain't even let them get the next breath out. You didn't just I'm gonna catch my fade. You seen Nugs and took them lashes off. Mind you, she getting busy now. Now the beast has woke up. She get the rock in them arms. She spit. She spit at her because she like, don't think that I'm weak because I just lost this fight. She spit at her, then got the rock in you. You had a little fight in there. She got the rock in you. But you know why she rocked you? Because you got up out of your seat. You got out your seat. You trying to redeem yourself from her gagging you earlier. But I feel like no shade. She gagged you again. Because you got up out your seat at the wrong time. And by the time you really like got the fight for real, like, you know, when she get the hint for real, baby, it's over with. It's over with. They breaking the fight up. So Alexa's up there high. She want another fade. But y'all know why she want another fade. You see that eye? That eye's starting to darken. She ain't used to that. She a pretty girl. She ain't know Lauren was gonna gag her like that. She used to winning when they fight. So now she want the next round. Gagged Alexis. They both was up in there in the beginning, but you see Alexis' eyes closed, her face stiff. Lauren, face shots only. Pow, 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 pow. You hear her. Like, Alexis doing them uppercuts, but after that, you know, she trying to figure out where she gonna hit. Lauren getting up in there. Lauren getting busy with her. Getting busy. Yeah. That was Lauren's round. Lauren won that one. Fair and square. Now, mind you, now Zaniah making sure that nobody got no fade with her. If I'm Hennessy, I'll play all day. Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, but then I will fight you again. You jumped that girl. Like, a real jump hasn't been had on you yet, Zaniah. Like, no, this is very much counter days. Like, no, I'm still fighting. I don't care if I got a one-on-one with you or not. I feel like Hennessy got one more jump left in her. Then we'll be like, all right, nah, just vibe. Now, mind you, Zaniah then asked Yaz if she want to take Kennedy's fade. She said, you know who I am. But mind you, she didn't just say, oh, all right. The girl said, you know who I am. When she said, you know who I am, ain't like you jumped up or nothing. She said, you know who I am. And you just said, okay. I mean, I'm not saying Yaz need to get up and be like, come on, I'm finna run that fade. But she just said, you know who I am. Like, you know I don't play. Bitch. You know, I felt like she was telling her, like, yeah, bitch, you know who I am. Oh, don't play with me. But Zaniah hit her, oh, all right, like, yeah, scared of her. I think Yaz to get up in there with Zaniah. I don't know if she'll win, but I don't think Yaz no easy fade or nothing. Lauren, you good? You good? You good. Okay, now what y'all think about Lauren versus Minnie? I feel like it was a tie. What y'all think? But that's all I got for y'all in this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I love y'all. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Bye.